Hey, it's Mark Andrews, and welcome to the first of many instructional videos I'll be making for the 2023 season. We've got some new rules this year, and one of the big changes is that we now have a definition of what constitutes legal contact to a defenseless player. This video was produced along with Steve Coover, who is not only the instructional chairman for the San Diego County Football Officials Association, he is also the California Interscholastic Federation rules interpreter for football. This video will focus solely on legal versus illegal contact to a defenseless player. Let's get going. There are two important points of emphasis in high school football in California this year. One is the responsibility of the defensive player to make legal contact with a defenseless player, especially a defenseless receiver. The second is the responsibility of the players to be legally equipped, as well as to wear the required equipment in a legal manner and without adornment. We already know that Rule 943 prohibits a non-player or player from making contact with an opponent, including a defenseless player, which is deemed unnecessary or excessive or which incites roughness. Whether contact was unnecessary or excessive has always been left to the judgment of the individual official. This new rule defines what contact constitutes legal contact to a defenseless receiver. A defenseless receiver is defined by rule as a receiver attempting to catch a pass who has not had time to clearly become a runner. This new rule adds a definition of legal contact to a defenseless receiver. The new rule states that it is a foul when an intended receiver, including a person intercepting the pass, is defenseless and he is forcefully contacted by an opponent, and when that forceful contact is not the result of 1. Incidental contact as a result of making a play on the ball. 2. Forceful contact that is initiated with open hands. This is the same type of legal forceful contact that constitutes a legal blindside block. The arms of the defender are extended and the hands are open when the forceful contact is made. And lastly, the forceful contact is the result of the defender making an attempt to tackle the defenseless receiver by wrapping their arms around the defenseless receiver. If the forceful contact to a defenseless receiver is not the result of one of those three types of legal forceful contact, then it is a violation of Rule 943G and results in a personal foul against the defense. Let's take a look at 4 examples. This first play is one that is familiar to most line of scrimmage officials, the swing pass. The swing pass is a play that flank sees developing and should be alert and prepared to rule on the catch. In addition to ruling on the catch, the official must consider the legality of the contact to the receiver, as many times the back is focused on the pass and thus qualifies as a defenseless receiver. In this play, the contact by the defender is not incidental contact as a result of making a play on the ball. It is not initiated with open hands, and it's not an attempt to tackle by wrapping arms around the receiver. The foul to be reported to the referee is: the result of the play was an incomplete pass. Illegal contact by the defense, number 51. The information provided to the head coach of the defense might be illegal contact with a defenseless receiver. If the coach asks for further explanation, you might say, it wasn't incidental contact while making a play on the ball, nor was it initiated with open hands, and he did not attempt to make a wrap-up tackle. One common mistake is to first consider whether it is a targeting foul or not. In this case, it appears the force is not to the head and neck area, and the official might judge that there is no foul for targeting. We suggest that you reverse this sequence and consider whether it is excessive contact to a defenseless player first. Then, if it is judged to be excessive contact, consider if it was targeting or not as a second option. Targeting can be a very tricky foul to get right, but judging excessive contact can be a much easier task. On the second play, the late throw by the quarterback and the timing of the hit on the receiver as the ball arrives makes the ruling of an incomplete pass or of catch fumble both real possible outcomes that need the head linesman's full concentration. The head linesman is also quite close to this action, which limits his ability to accurately determine the outcome of the attempted catch, plus observe the legal or illegal nature of the hit by the DB. But as you can see, the umpire has pivoted perfectly, and the back judge has his focus on the players involved. The referee, however, must observe the hit on the quarterback so he can be of no help. On this play, the receiver is definitely defenseless, with his focus on the ball and no time to establish himself as a runner. The defensive back does not make a play on the ball, he does not initiate contact with open hands, and he does not attempt a wrap-up tackle. This is a foul, and either the umpire and or the back judge should have assisted the head linesman on this play. On the third play, the nose guard beats his blocker, who is penalized for a grab and restriction for offensive holding. It appears the umpire's judgment is made too quickly, and his flag comes out as the potential grab and restriction develops. Just a reminder to slow down and process the action before you make a final decision. The quarterback is flushed from the pocket, and his late throw plus the bobble by the receiver set up a dangerous hit by the defensive back. In this case, unlike the play before, there is a bit more time between the catch and the pivot of the receiver and the actual contact by the defensive back. The receiver even has the opportunity to coil in an effort to absorb the contact. For this reason, an official may question if the receiver is defenseless or has become a runner. My suggestion is that for safety fouls, we adjust our philosophy for calling fouls to, when in question, it is a foul. And here's how that would benefit the line judge in this instance. If the line judge questioned if the receiver was defenseless or not, and had implemented the philosophy of, when in question, for safety, it is a foul, and had penalized the action, a subsequent study of the hit on film would reveal that the foul was actually targeting. The defensive back takes aim, 3-yard run up, and initiates contact to the head and neck area, actually striking upwards. So we have a foul for targeting. The result, either way, would be a 15-yard penalty, which would be the appropriate yardage as we penalize this illegal contact. This final play is from the 2022 state championship game, in which the defender makes no attempt on the ball, does not initiate contact with open hands, nor does he attempt any form of a wrap-up tackle. There was no penalty assessed by any of the deep officials or the umpire, as they all stated in the postgame that it was not targeting. I share this with you not to be critical of the officials. Rather, I share so we can all use this play as an example of the philosophy suggested when it comes to judging illegal contact fouls. When in question, it's a foul. In this case, had they implemented this new rule and the new philosophy, they would have thrown their flag for illegal contact. As you can see, the defender makes no attempt on the ball. Rather, his full focus is on the receiver. The defender then makes forceful contact with the wide receiver in an attempt to separate the receiver from the ball. In the past, this was just good defense, and it was legal. Now it is a foul for not lessening the forcefulness of the contact by leading with his hands or lowering his target to the midsection and performing a wrap-up tackle. After the fact, film review would confirm that this illegal contact was not only excessive contact to a defenseless player, it was also targeting. Steve Coover was on the sideline of this game, and when the trainer showed him the helmet of this receiver, the face mask was bent inward. Hey, don't hit that stop or close button just yet. I found out in just the last few days that out of the 2,000 subscribers I have on this channel, only about 176 of them are getting notified when new videos are released. If you want to get notified, please, even if you're already subscribed, go to my channel, which you can do easily by clicking on my name, Mark Andrews, just below this video. Make sure you are logged into the Google account that you subscribe to this channel under. Click on the subscribe button and then choose all. Please share this link with others in your association, especially the instructional chairman, and let them know that they are free to use the content in any way they see fit. We'll have some great video this year, and I'm going to try to keep all videos to 10 minutes or less. This is Mark Andrews, signing off.